This place that I'm staying at elsewhere is fantastic. It was the springtime. My film company, Phenomenal World Cinema, had been hired by HBO Films to make a documentary on Elsewhere, the popular living museum in North Carolina. Laurel Kurtz manned the Sony HVR Z5U, and Sarah Cox operated the vintage Yashica hand-cranked miniature cam.
Welcome to Elsewhere, one woman's collection of things over almost 60 years. This was run by Sylvia Gray and her husband Joe beginning in 1937. They sold Army Navy surplus, furniture, toys, clothes, a little bit of everything, and that's what we have here today.
Soon after our arrival, Sarah Cox became nearly obsessed with the local Greensboro Craigslist personals ad.
I mean, Craigslist just kind of appeals to me because it's like the dumpster diving of dating.
So you've looked at this often, this ad?
Yes.
So anyway, so this
This is Ron. Mensa Mystic Sailor, Forest Green. My name is Ron and I am a mystic. I live a very simple life and live in the woods so I don't get to meet too many people. I'm looking for a healer type that loves primitive living. I like that. I'm not into the rat race of today's lifestyle. Save the world. No drugs, no drinking. Eats fundamentalists.
you can start living the hunters and gatherers lifestyle you're talking about early and prepare for the apocalypse.
Yeah, because I've been going around pretending that I'm a hunter-gatherer, making friends with apocalyptic kids and stuff like that. See, Ron just doesn't seem like a lot of other guys. I was writing this list of things that I'm practicing or studying. I realized I had written railroad, restoration, and romance in a row on the list. And then I realized that that was the 3 R's in life. Railroad, restoration, and romance. Now the sun comes up and down, and the weather...
Ron returned an email from Sarah mentioning that he actually lives inside some hollowed-out dirt a few miles outside Greensboro. He was vague in stating that he'd, quote, probably be around on Sunday between noon and 3. I decided she needed a chaperone.
I think someone lives there. I think he just likes to be near the tracks, which is the thing that I understand. Under an overpass is really a place that I've always appreciated.
Ron wasn't in sight, so we just waited there for about 20 minutes.
Someone else lives up there.
So they do. Suddenly, Ron appeared. He was camera shy, but clearly a very decent, interesting fellow.
I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger, a traveling through this world I walk, but there's no sadness, toil, or trouble.
We walked back to Elsewhere to give Ron a tour of the museum.
I go.
While roaming through Elsewhere, Ron said he strongly sensed the presence of ghosts.
When I start looking, just kind of noticing, like I look like over there, I feel like I'm being observed and scrutinized by them. It's like, well, it's either like being pulled in half by 2 stagecoaches going in opposite directions or being pressed to death by stones. It really freaks me out.
You want to say, Steve, what we're doing right now? In general?
We're hunting ghosts in the Elsewhere Museum.
Many people have suggested that Elsewhere is haunted. So that night, we invited a local paranormal investigative group to the museum.
So has anyone ever had any strange experiences? Any paranormal experiences?
My brother's seen spaceships. Oh. You know, he definitely believes he saw them in the yard. So I believe my brother.
I thought about it as a ghost experience. I was eating a bunch of mini carrots, like orange little carrots, and one was sitting on a plate, and it just started moving across the plate.
I believe in guardian angels, spirit guides. 20.
What is your 20?
Yes.
What is it on there?
0. It goes 20, 0. 20, 0.
If you're here right now, could you make a noise? Oh, it's off the charts. Yeah, it sounds possessed.
That's crazy.
The scene morphed into an orgy of ghost exploring. Ron befriended our film crew and would come over at nights to cook us delicious meals. He and Sarah got on really well and raised each other's spirits high.
I once had a pen pal in Haiti.
You once had a pen pal in Haiti?
Yeah.
Sarah just happened to contact me, and I'm glad that she did. Well, people ask where you're from. They also ask what your name is. That one's easy. My name's Ron. Short and sweet. People ask me what I do, and I just say, oh, I'm a mensa mystic sailor. And then that's done. I don't even know what a mensa mystic sailor is, which is probably why I'm one. I mean, people are doing all sorts of things that I don't understand, so it's, I mean... Louis Braille wasn't born blind. He was one of my childhood heroes.
Louis Braille?
Yeah, I was just really into crippled and deformed children.
You're really a lover from the start.
I like where I live because, like, my ancestors, I mean, they were living in places pretty similar to the one that I live in for thousands of years. So, like, if I'm craving, you know, like, 4 walls, then I can go to the YMCA.
I was just really drawn to your willingness to exist in a space outside of kind of the spaces that are established for so-called functional people. I just like that we can be silly.
I like that I can be serious with you.
I'm going home to see my mother. I'm going.
I think independence is overrated sometimes.
No more.
Seems like the American dream is to be alone.
I'm just a ghost. Jordan, I'm just a ghost in over home.
Because really, what do I want from Ron? Do I want Sex in a Stick house? Or do I want the story of Ron, Mensa Mystic Sailor?
We're both.
Yeah, there's both.